BleepinJeepers, it's Tyler here with another video for you JK guys. This is my buddy's 2016 Rubicon, and for Christmas his kids gave him an angry grill. So I'm going to show you how to install this. Super easy. You can do this in about 15 minutes. So we're going to begin this install by raising the hood, and that's going to give us access to the trim retainer pins on top of the grill. There's a couple of different ways to remove these, but you're going to have to reuse them, so you want to be as gentle as you can. If you'll just pry up with a flathead screwdriver, that will take the pressure off the outer part of that fastener, and you can just pop them up. There I'm using the trim panel removal tool that I showed you how to make in another video. I'll link to that video in the description below. Just go through and pry up all of the centers very gently, and I'm going to go ahead and remove them with a professional upholstery tool, but you really don't need one of these. You can either use that one that I showed you how to make, or just gently work them out with the screwdriver. Because these top ones are recessed, I'm going to go ahead and use my flathead screwdriver to just gently pry them out. With all of the fasteners removed, the top of the grill will now be loose. And we move to the bottom. The bottom of the grill is retained by some metal fasteners. And to remove them, you just want to give it a good solid but careful tug, and they'll pop right out. There's 4 along the bottom of the grill that you'll have to remove. And then behind each of the turn signals there's one as well. So reach back behind and just give it a gentle tug, and it'll pop right out. With the grill removed, just gently lay it down, and now you'll have to remove the turn signals. You do that by just slightly twisting them, and the bulb will pop right out. Do that on both sides. Now we need to remove the buckets to the turn signals. With a flathead screwdriver, gently press in on the plastic clips that hold them in the old grill, and they'll pop right out the front. You're going to reuse these. So set them aside. And now we're ready to put in this new grill. Now, my buddy had me install some aftermarket LED lights, and so my installation is going to be a little bit different. But if you're reusing your factory turn signals, they just pop right back in with no trouble. These ones I actually have to screw down a fastener to hold them in place. Now, this aftermarket grill came with replacement clips for all of the retainers along the bottom, so I'm just going to go ahead and install them now. If yours didn't, you may have to reuse your factory ones. With the new metal clips installed, I'm just going to go ahead and line them up, and they just pop right back into place. Now I'm going to replace the trim fasteners along the top of the grill, and we're basically installed. The final step in the install is to put this piece of weather stripping across the top of the grill. This was really the only hiccup that I ran into during the entire installation. My buddy had this sitting in his garage for several months, and through the hot and cold, the adhesive tape on that piece of weather strip had lost its stickiness. try as I might, I couldn't get it to stay on there. But I happened to have a piece of 3M double-sided automotive trim tape. It was a little wider than I needed, but it worked perfectly. I just installed a piece of that, used a screen roller to get it into the corners good and tight, and then with an X-Acto blade I trimmed it to the width that I needed, and that worked perfectly. Well guys, there you go. Other than that little hiccup I had with double-sided adhesive tape on that piece of weather stripping, you could do this mod in like 10 minutes. It's super simple with very simple tools. So, mall rated? Maybe. Who cares? His kids gave it to him. It looks pretty cool. And if you want to do this mod, it's a great one for beginners. Super simple, requires minimal tools. Give it a shot. Alright, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. If you found this content helpful, please consider going to our Patreon account, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.